Hey, how you guys doing out there today? This is Stefan Jimenez from the Roto Beast team, and I'm here to present you our NBA picks for Saturday, January 20th. If you're new to this channel, please make sure to click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all of our NBA, NFL, and MLB videos. And please make sure to click the like button on this video as it really helps us out. So, we got a nice little 7-game slate on this Saturday. There's some solid spots that I found that I think I'm really going to be attacking. We'll just jump into the game real quick. We'll start off with Golden State at Houston. This game has a 234 implied total. Golden State favored by 4.5. Then we got Toronto going into Minnesota to face the Wolves. This game has a 215.5 total. Minnesota's favored by 3. Then we got Milwaukee going into Philadelphia to face the Sixers. This game has a 214 implied total. Philadelphia is favored by 6.5. Then we got Dallas at Portland. This game has a 209 total. Portland favored by 5. We got Minnesota going in to Charlotte to face the Hornets. This game has a 205 implied total. Charlotte favored by 5. And then we also got Minnesota going into New Orleans to face the Pelicans. This game doesn't have a line yet. And then we got the Clippers going into Utah to face the Jazz. This game doesn't have a line yet neither. So let's just jump into these picks. We'll start at point guard. Chris Paul, very, very up-tempo game against the Warriors. The Warriors are at full health, so it's a little bit scary because they could blow out anybody. But, Houston, they're pretty much at full health as well, minus Ariza and Gerald Green, who are both suspended one more game. But they got, Harden back. They got Chris Paul. They got, some of their other key pieces. I like this game. I think it could stay close. I don't know how close it really is going to stay. Chris Paul's price actually dropped a little bit. For him to hit value, we need about 50. He's averaging 44 on the season. If this game stays somewhat close, it's going to be a very up-tempo. I like Paul. Next, we got Curry on the other side of the ball, 9.5. He's a little bit less. I think I like Curry a little bit more in this spot. For him to hit value, we need about 47. He's averaging 46 on the season. I do like Kemba Walker at home. He's a guy that plays much better at home. A guy I'm really loving on this slate. I think I'm going to have to lock him in probably. It's going to be Bledsoe. And Antetokounmpo's out, so he's going to get some extra minutes. He's going to get some extra shots. He's one of my favorite plays. I'm going to put him at my point guard core. Remember, if you're new to this channel, I do a core of one play each position, so make sure and watch the whole video so you don't miss out on that. Next, you can look at Dennis Smith. His price is up a little bit, but, he's playing well, so I do like the young guy. Then we got Teague. His price has actually dropped a little bit. For him to hit value, we need 30. He's averaging 30 on the season. Since coming back from injury, his minutes are definitely starting to get back up. He had kind of a dud game against Houston, but before that, he was very consistent, 38, 39, 28, so I think he's going to get you there, and I really like him against Toronto. Toronto's on a back-to-back. Then we got Rubio. I've been talking about him. He's just cheap. Tonight, played 32 minutes against New York, got us 32 fantasy points. I hope you listened to me last night. He is going to be on a back-to-back, but I think he can definitely, still play, 28 to 32 minutes, get you, around the 26 that you need for value. That's what he's averaging on the season. I really like Rubio. James Harden, he's going to play 30 minutes, but the price is down, 10.4. It's a lot, though. For him to hit value, you need about 52, 53. So I think he's a GPP play, in my opinion, just because, he's on that minutes limit. It's scary, and this game could get out of hand. But James Harden, best shooting guard, in the league. Best one on the slate, so I'm just going to mention him quickly. I like Lou Williams, but his price is up a little bit. Utah, slower tempo team. They got Gobert back on the defensive end. I like Evans. The problem is his price is up. It is a solid matchup against the Pelicans, up-tempo game. DeRozan's DeRozan, but he's on a back-to-back. Drew Holiday's price is a little bit up. Next guy I'm going to stop at, Klay Thompson, up-tempo game against Houston. Last time he went against Houston, he put up 37 fantasy points. For him to hit value on a 7.5 price tag, we actually need 37. So I like Klay in this spot. This is going to be a really good game to target. Middleton. No Antetokounmpo. He's going to play high minutes. Love this guy in this spot. I'm going to add him into my core as well. He's a guy I'm really, really looking at. Then we got Gordon. A lot of people aren't going to look at him because Harden's back, but Ariza's still out. Ariza's still out, and Gerald Green's still out. Last game, Harden came back. He still played 35 minutes. They're going to play, a lot of Harden, Gordon, and Chris Paul. So I like him once again. Last time he faced the Warriors, he went off for 55 fantasy points. I mean, we know this guy's going to shoot. If the ball's going in, he's going to score a lot of points. Love Gordon. He's going to be low owned. Then we got Wiggins. Wiggins fair price $6,000. You need 30 for him to hit value. He's averaging 29 on the season. He's been very consistent. Then we got Nicholas Batum. His price is just too cheap. His minutes are somewhat pretty solid. For him to hit value, you need 26. He's averaging 24 on the season. I think, this is a guy that he should be, when he's right, he should be 6'5" to 6'7". He's just too cheap right now. I like him in this spot against Miami on a back-to-back. Next, we're going to go to small forward. We got Durant. He's going to be the top small forward. The price is up, though. For him to hit value, you need about 53. I mean, he could definitely get there with everybody healthy, though. I think, in my opinion, maybe a little bit more of a GPP play. But, I mean, I like him. I definitely like him in this spot. Very up-tempo game. He didn't play last time that they faced Houston. But, I mean, he's solid. I will note that I do like Durant more if Draymond's out because he's going to have to play down low a little bit more, get a couple extra rebounds, maybe possible block shot, etc. So keep an eye on that news. We got Butler. His price has actually dropped a little bit. I mean, he had, not the best game against Houston. I mean, 40 fantasy points at a 9.4 price tag. We're going to need about 47 for him to hit value. I mean, he could definitely get there. I like Butler. I think he's a really good player on this slate going against Toronto. Harrison Barnes, you want to talk about consistent? I mean, he's consistent. For him to hit value, you need about 33, 34. He's averaging 31 on the season. I mean, look at this guy. He's just a model of consistency. He does have a little bit of upside, especially in the up-tempo game against Portland. I like Harrison Barnes. Richardson, I mean, right now they got Tyler Johnson out. They have Waiters out. The guy's just getting opportunity, and he's just getting us in the 30s every single night. They're getting us very close. You need 30 for him to hit value. He's averaging 25 overall in the season. He's playing massive minutes. One thing I will note is he is on a back-to-back, but I still like Richardson. Then we got last guy, small forward, PJ Tucker. I mean, Ariza's out. Gerald Green's out. So last game he played 33 minutes. I mean, he doesn't do nothing special, but I mean, you don't need very much. For him to hit value, you need 20 up-tempo game against the Warriors. If he doesn't get in foul trouble, I mean, I think he could definitely get there. They're going to put him on Durant, which is a little bit scary, but I'm just kind of looking at the minutes and the opportunity. Power forward, Anthony Davis. I mean, he's on the slate. He's going to get mentioned. He had 2 monster games. Then he was on a back-to-back against Atlanta. You could tell he was tired. He didn't have his legs. So he kind of put up a dud of 39. He's been resting a couple days. I like him in this spot. Against Memphis. It's going to be Cousins going against Gasol. So, Davis is going to have a little bit better matchup of the two. For him to hit value, though, you are going to need about 57. It is a high price tag. So something that you really got to consider. You got Blake. Blake's 8.4, and the price tag's fair. For him to hit value, you're going to need about 42, 43. He could definitely get there. I like Blake. One thing I will note, though, is Gobert is back, so that kind of scares me a little bit off Blake. He could definitely, he's their leading scorer on the team. They're going to run the ball through him. So, he's solid. The price is fair. The matchup is just kind of, You got Draymond. If Draymond plays, I really, really like Draymond. Last time he faced Houston, he got 54 fantasy points, scored triple-double. I love Draymond if he plays. He is a game-time decision with the shoulder. He missed last game. I think he's going to be back this game. He has some time to rest. One of my favorite plays. Love Sark. I talked about him the other day. Hope you guys listen. 5.5 price tag. You need 27 for him to hit value. He's averaging 27 on the season. I like him. I think he's a really, really good play. I think that you could actually go Sark and go Gibson and just move with your power forward position. Move on. Gibson. Price tag's down. You're going to get big minutes out of him. He's a little bit up and down, but for the most part, he's been pretty consistent. For him to hit value, we need 27. He's averaging 27 on the season. I really love Gibson and Sark on the cheap end if you don't play it for Draymond. Now we'll go to the center position. We got DeMarcus Cousins. Massive upside. He's going to have a tough matchup against Marc Gasol. But I like him. I mean, for him to hit value, we need 56, 57, averaging 53 on the season. For me, he's more of a GPP play, though. Got Embiid. I mean, he's in a really good matchup. Milwaukee doesn't really have any big guys that could guard him. He's going to play, 32 to 34 minutes. They are favored in this game without Antetokounmpo. He's coming off a 60 burger against Boston. For him to hit value, we need 52. I actually really do like Embiid in this spot. My boy, I mention him every single time pretty much. Going against the Raptors that are on a back-to-back. He's going to be going against Valanciunas, but Valanciunas doesn't play very many minutes. I mean, this is a big guy who's going to play 36 to 40 minutes a game. You got to really love it. Just went off for 67 fantasy points. We know the upside's there. For him to hit value, we're going to need about 48, average of 43 on the season. Anthony Towns, I really like him at center. Then we got Capella, up-tempo game against the Warriors. I mean, I like him. I mean, this is a game that can really suit him well. He's been very consistent on the season. For him to hit value, we need about 36, 37. He's averaging 35. Clint Capella, I like him at center. Then we got Nurch. I mean, 7,000, you need 35 for value. He's averaging 31 on the season. Dallas, I mean, they don't have no big guys. They get shredded against big guys. If he's going to play, 30 minutes, very close to it, he can do exactly what he did to Indiana, 19 to 17 for 48 fantasy points. This is a guy with upside. It's all about if he gets his minutes. But Nurch, I really, really like him. So, that's kind of where I'm at for these picks. Let's go through it. So, I already got my favorite point guard. I got my favorite shooting guard. Without Antetokounmpo, those guys are just going to have to carry the load. That's one thing that I really like about them. So let me see. We're going to go to... Oh, sorry. Let me look real quick. So, let me go to my power forwards. I mean, I like my boy. I already told you that. Sorry, he's just too cheap. Up-tempo game. Let me see. Right here, I'm gonna go. I like Butler. Center. See, this is a tough spot. See, I mean, this is something nice right here. I mean, I definitely really like something like this. I mean, you could, like I said, you could go Gibson right here. You can. I mean, there's a lot of ways. This is something I really like. Okay. So, I mean, you could even go, if you want to go a little bit more balanced, either one of these guys you could go with. It's going to give you the 5,700, that you kind of like. So, I mean, this is something I like, but I'm going to put Butler here. Butler, I think, is a really good play tomorrow. I think he's a core play. If I was going to move off somebody, I would move down off Embiid a little bit. I mean, you can go with, Capella. You could go with the Nurkic. But yeah, I mean, that's just kind of what I like. I mean, we'll see what kind of value we can get to kind of fit this in. I think this is something that's very doable. So yeah, hey, if you haven't already, please make sure to click that like button for me. I really appreciate it. And hey, let's get this money. Have a good one.